Hey guys, Godzillafromhell, and it's been a long time since I've done anything Pokemon related on YouTube, but I have a good bit of free time coming up, and I'm hoping to start streaming, doing more YouTube stuff. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm not dead and gone, I've just been busy. So I want to come back with a moveset video of a Pokemon that I really like. I liked in Gen 1. I've liked ever since. He can be either really straightforward or, as you're going to see, pure fucking strange. So we're going to start with Tauros, the Gen 1 bull Pokemon with two tails, because why not? The first moveset is very simple. It hits really hard, and it's fast. Pretty much that's what Tauros is good at. And you can also take a physical hit kind of well. 95 base defense. Not bad. Unfortunately, 70 special defense and 75 base HP are nothing to write home about. But, 95, not terrible. But the moveset, you pretty much just want to go with Body Slam is a great power move after the Sheer Force. Double Edge, I think, hits a little bit harder, maybe, after. It really... Not a big difference between those two moves. Earthquake and Stone Edge. You could switch out Double Edge for a couple things. He doesn't have a ton of moves, which is the downside of him. You could go for Iron Head, Outrage, Rock Slides. Pretty much it. Wild Charge, Zen Headbutt. They're both possibilities. So don't think Double Edge is the only move to go for, because Body Slam does do a lot of damage thanks to the Sheer Force and the Life Orb, which you're going to want to run most of the time. I believe he outspeeds most of his tiers, so it's not really an issue of getting outsped. If you want, you could run a Scarf to guarantee it. I have run things like Scarf, I think it's Cinccino? The Cinccino, I think, is the final evolution. I can't remember. I've run things like that Scarf to catch Jolteons off guard, if they're even in the same tier anymore. It really has been a couple months since I've played Pokemon. But this set is pretty standard, pretty powerful. Don't write this one off just because it's typical. It does have the potential to do some damage. The next one is strange, if you can already tell. It's based off my... I shouldn't say my, because I did hear this from someone first. The special attacking Steelix. This is a play on that with a special attacking Tauros. Now, he won't be hitting as hard because his special attack is a little bit lower than Steelix. I think Steelix has 55, so it's a good few points lower, but with the Sheer Force, the Life Orb, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam give perfect coverage, so he does hit fairly surprisingly hard. Steelix was able to OHKO a couple Pokemon with super effective hits, so it's more than likely he will be able to as well, depending on their defenses. I also gave him Substitute and Work Up. Now, there was no Calm Mind or anything like that for him, but the Work Up does increase his special attack by one stage, so he does have the ability to boost, I think, unlike Steelix. I don't think Steelix had the ability to boost, so he does have that over Steelix. Which means he's a little bit dangerous. You can also substitute on the very first turn because they're going to be expecting a hard-hitting physical attack, so you could substitute on maybe a switch, then Work Up as they break your sub. You're still fast as hell. Even without that max investment, you still hit 319, which I think still outspeeds most of the tier. If you're worried about that, you could give him positive speed nature. I think it's timid. Give him timid nature, and then just rely on that boost from the Work Up to do a little bit more damage, because without the boost, he really doesn't have a lot of special attack. It is really bad. So this set's a little bit of the surprise set. The last set, I spent a couple minutes thinking about, just because I wanted to make a massive middle finger set. I love sets that are just weird, and I don't use them very often, but I want to start using them more, and this is one of my sets. I think I was laughing the entire time. I was talking to Mushroom King, who doesn't do this very often anymore, but I was talking to him months ago on Skype, and I was just laughing as I was making this set. Yes, it is a strange set, but he actually gets these moves. This is a very, very situational set. Let me repeat that. This is situational. It will probably fail most of the time. But what you're going to do is you're going to come in. You're going to Whirlpool them. Because you're fast. You're not relying on the damage of Whirlpool, more the trapping effect and the residual damage. So you use that to trap them. You then toxic them as they are trapped. You then uproar so they can't fall asleep and use rest. So you have this combination of toxic, Whirlpool. The toxic damage is increasing. Uproar means they can't rest, so they are trapped. They take residual damage, and they can't rest off the toxic. You then proceed to be a douchebag and protect stall. I've seen things like this, Pokemon that are similar in vein to this, that are annoying as shit. I think Shuckle can do it. Infestation Toxic is the idea behind this. But he doesn't get Infestation, so I went with Whirlpool. Now, Whirlpool can miss, so that's a downside. But Toxic can miss too. Uproar can't, which is nice. But you're not going to, like I said, you're not looking for the damage of these moves. You're looking for their secondary effects, which is interesting. I've never seen a build that's not relying on the primary effects. For item, you're going to go with Grip Claw. I looked this up. I haven't had a chance to test this. But I believe it works with Whirlpool and all those things. It makes sense. It traps the Pokemon. Instead of 4 to 5 turns, which is a variable, it is 7 turns. They are trapped with Whirlpool for 7 turns. That means you're going to have to use Uproar at least twice to keep them there and keep that damage. But overall, this set just seems like a lot of fun. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to test it too much. But I really am going to play Pokemon a little bit more and use some fun gimmicky sets. EV's nothing too special. Max out his HP. Max out his speed just because you do want that surprise factor with Whirlpool and Uproar. If they're faster than you, they can kind of... They'll play around with that. If you're not too worried about that, you could probably just dump his speed. He still has 281 with a beneficial nature. And you could play around with his defenses. So that's up to you. They're kind of straightforward. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Tauros. He has, like I said, a very typical but strong move set. Don't underestimate this one. This one could be fun to use. Definitely plays off the surprise factor. And then this one is, I think I hit my head really hard that morning. I don't know. It looks fun. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If I remember to do that, because usually I would say I'm leaving my Twitch link in the description and not. I might just put it as an annotation or something. And there's no music in this video because I came back to like 12, like, this person claimed your music. I'm like, fuck. So I'm going to not put music in YouTube videos for a little bit and then just see where it goes. Not copyright strikes, but like they'll play an ad and I won't make any money off of it. So whatever. I don't really give a shit. It's not why I'm doing this. So thanks for watching and peace out till next time, and may your enemies stub their toes with every step. I heard that, and I thought it was hilarious, so I think I might say it every once in a while. So, goodbye, I'm rambling.